Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill here with That Homeschool Life with Jill, and today's video is actually all about how I homeschool in California. So stay tuned. And today's video is also a collaboration, and it is hosted by Kristen and Christina. Kristen is from My Cathedral Garden and Christina is from Rooted Homeschool. So make sure you check out their links below as well as the playlist. It's in the description. When you're done with my video, head on over and let them know I sent you. All right, guys. So I just want to start this video out by putting out a little disclaimer. There is a website called HSLDA, and you can go there and you can type in whatever state you live in, and you can bring up all the laws for homeschooling in your state, okay? So I just wanted to say that. So whatever I say, don't listen to me, don't take my word for it. Definitely go to that website and check it out. All right, so first of all, I just wanted to encourage anybody that is thinking about homeschooling and is super overwhelmed, because I have been there and I can tell you it is not as hard as it seems to get started. So I was just so overwhelmed. I was kind of panicking, like, oh my gosh, how am I ever gonna do this? How am I even gonna start? Where do I start? Blah, 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 all the things, right? Like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive to go through this school and get their curriculum. And it was just lots of stuff going through my head where it was very overwhelming. But I am here to tell you it doesn't have to be overwhelming at all, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how I homeschool in California. There are 3 different options for homeschooling in California, and one of them is through a charter school. Another one is to hire a private instructor to homeschool your kids. And then the third option is to turn your home into its own private school. And that sounds overwhelming and crazy. It does, but it's not. That is the option that I chose. Ultimately, it was the best thing for our family, and it is so simple. So let me explain how we did that. On the HSLDA website, you can click a link to get to your private school affidavit. That is what you need to fill out to become your own private school. Now, that's it, okay? So you fill out this form every single year. You put how many kids you have that are over 6. So in California, kindergarten is not mandatory. So you don't need to do any legal things until you have a 6-year-old in October. So if you have someone that's turning 6 in November, you don't need to sign up for the affidavit until the following year. So it's once you have a 6-year-old in October. So you click the link, it's very self-explanatory. It brings you to the private school affidavit. We're gonna call it a PSA because I hate saying the word affidavit. Affidavit, it's weird, I don't like it. And I'm weird. Okay, so anyway, the PSA. So you click on the link, you fill out the PSA, and you actually keep that printed out and you keep that on you for 3 years. So you still do one every year and you print it, but you just keep 3 years worth. Okay, so after 4 years, you can throw away the first one. You're now a private school. And that's it. You have no one to answer to. You don't have to turn in work. You don't have to save any of your children's work. I do. That is to save my own butt, okay? I worry that one day someone's gonna come in here and be like, what have you been doing with these kids? And I'll be like, look, here's what we've been doing. And I will have I save everything, you guys. I have all of my kids' used up workbooks and curriculum stashed away in storage. I also just wanted to add that it is not required to do standardized testing in California either, but I do that as well, and I print out the test results. Storage, okay? It's probably a little overkill, but something inside me is like, you can't throw these away. So anyway, I have it all, just in case, I mean, this is California after all. All right, so the next thing that you're gonna need to do if you are a private school, you are going to need to keep your attendance records. Here is what I have done. A couple years, I just found this online. I just printed it out, I filled it in, and like I made a little key that the red squares mean weekend, and yeah, the X's meant school, and so on and so on. So anyway, you can fill it out however you want. I do it a little more simple now. I leave it all blank and I just put a check mark on the days that we do school, and I don't do anything else because this looks really cluttered to me and I don't like that. And then you keep track over here of how many school days that you had every month, and then you put the total number of school days here. This is one that I printed out last year and then I lost it, so I ended up printing out another one and filling that in. But this, my friend actually made this on Canva, my friend Dina over at Pursuing Peace, and she sent me her file because I loved it. But I will probably make my own on Canva for this year, but it's July, August, September, October, November, blah, blah, blah. And then I was just putting a check mark on all the days that we did do school. And then you put how many days total down here. Also with the attendance records, you're gonna keep that on file for 3 years as well. Okay, so don't get rid of those until it's been 3 years, and then you can toss one. Another requirement is that you teach all the courses that your child would be learning in public school. So they want you teaching math, language arts, science, history, social studies, health, and eventually driver's ed when they're old enough. I probably wouldn't be doing driver's ed. I would probably be sending my kids somewhere for that. I'm not sure though how that works. Okay, so that is how I homeschool. And the way I got started, finally, when I finally got started, I filled out that PSA, I printed it out, I filed it away, I started an attendance record, and I just went curriculum hunting. And the way I love to pick curriculum is watching a lot of YouTube flip throughs and reviews and stuff like that. That is usually how I choose. I did Sunlight in the past with my son, and it was so rigid. We ended up returning it. We had like a window of when we could return it, and we did. We got our full refund, and I switched to The Good and the Beautiful for language arts, which I'll probably never use anything besides The Good and the Beautiful for language arts. I am just in love with their language arts program. It's so thorough, it's advanced. I just love it so much. It has taught my kids to read. Like, it has made teaching my kids to read so easy and simple, and effective. And then we use Horizons for math, so it's just something I liked reviews on, and I liked looking inside the flip throughs of it, and I got it, and we've been using it for years because we love it so much. Sometimes we do teaching textbooks as like an extra for fun. I just like to look at lots of options and reviews and flip throughs, and to really see inside the books before I purchase them. And yes, I have gotten stuff that we didn't use and it was a waste of money, but you know what? You never know until you try something, and so you just have to try. It definitely helps if you know somebody in the area that can help you get started. And if anybody ever needs help and you live in California and you don't have any friends that can help you, you can always reach me over on Instagram in my direct messages. My Instagram is @homewithjill. It's always linked below in my description. You can direct message me there. I would love to answer any questions. And yeah, and I have a video on how I year-round homeschool and why. Now I'm just gonna give a little bit of my reason why I don't homeschool through a charter. And the reason is because for me, my personality, my lifestyle and everything, having deadlines and having things due and having dates where like you're off on this date, but you're doing school on this date, and this is your vacation week, and this is your first day back to school, this is your last day of school, all of that would stress me out really bad. So I am a go with the flow type person. We just have a lot of flexibility, and I need that for my personality. I do not do well with, oh, we need to have this sent in by this date, and then I think you meet with a teacher once a month. Also, I don't like leaving my house. Honestly, I don't like leaving my house. The only time I leave my house is for church and the grocery store, and it's because I don't have a choice to get groceries or not. So yeah, I'm very much a homebody. I don't want to go and meet with a teacher once a month. That's just me. I have a friend who does homeschooling through the charter, and she loves it. So definitely look into all of your options before you make a decision on how you're going to homeschool your child. Make sure it's going to work for you, your children, your family, everything. Don't forget to click the playlist in my description below and check out all the other mamas videos on this. They are each doing a different state. All right, and don't forget to check out Kristen and Christina's channels below too, and let them know I sent you. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and give me that thumbs up. Bye.